Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well and welcome to the second video of project management in a digital agency using tools like ClickUp, Asana or Trello. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you hands-on, the experience how you can work on ClickUp. So in my last tutorial, I have described the hierarchy of a ClickUp. So I have described you list is your high level. So you can have a folder in the list and then you have a task, subtask and the nested subtask. So this principle is similar like in all project management tool. So all the project management tool basically built on this particular the structure or architecture. uh, so I haven't explained you the space and workspace, right? So let me show you what is workspace basically. So every company has one account in ClickUp, right? So this is a company. For example, uh, I'm working in a Crantech. So Crantech has one, the account in ClickUp. So that is a workspace, right? So workspace, it's in a company level. Then you have a space. So what is a space, right? So in one company, there might have a cross-functional team, right? So they have a development team, they have a marketing team, they can have design team, they can have like other cross-functional team as well. So you need to have one particular space for team, team like development team or marketing team. So if you have more than one team, that is your company might do development, might do design, it can do marketing as well. So you have one space for development team, one space for marketing team. So under the development team, one space, you can have like all the tasks related to the development into this particular space. That's how you can organize. So that's how it's the hierarchy of a project management tool. It have a space. So a space is basically the, if you have more than one team, so your company is not only doing marketing, but your company have development team, design team, or the marketing team. So for each particular team, you will create one space in your ClickUp, and then under that particular space, you're gonna the manage all the project under that particular team. So let me quickly go through the ClickUp and show you. So this is the ClickUp. Uh, Whenever you start with the ClickUp, you will see this, this UI, or you can say this window in your ClickUp, right? So in ClickUp, you can see here, you can see. So this is, you can see like I have written here. So this is, I have created new. So this would be your like Crantech. Here would be your company name, Crantech, or the Success Gen X or whatever. So I have just written my name, Shahriar. Okay. So this would be workspace. This is the workspace, right? This is the company name. So one company have one particular account in ClickUp. So that is, we are calling them, that is a workspace. So under this workspace, you can create based on your team. So you can create a spaces. So right now I'm going to create a space here, and that is called development team, web development team. You can say web development, web development. So if you want to write description, you can write it here, and here you can give the full edit option, edit, comment, or view only. So depends on your criteria. There are various options, right? But I'm keeping it like, you can keep it private as well, right? So then you can use template as well, but I'm going to show you from the scratch. So then continue. And okay, so then you have like define your workflow. It can be here a starter, marketing teams, project management, product and engineering. So you can say it's the project management. Then here you can see, okay, here we have default view, task status, click apps, right? So there are click apps as well. So I will show you the click apps as well, but for the task status, okay, so depends on, these are the status of a particular task. So depends on your need. If you are a development team, so their status would be different. If you are a design team, a status would be different. If you are a marketing team, a status would be different. But depends on your the roles in like whatever teams you are working with. So depends on their the work the work SOP. So you can decide like what would be your status. So I'm keeping it as it is, like the custom: to do, planning, in progress, at risk, update required, on hold, complete, or cancel. So okay, seems fine. So I'm going to create the space. Okay, once your space is done, you can see the this is the space we have web development. So I'm creating one more space to show you guys, and that would be our marketing team. Marketing team. Continue, and this is the marketing team. Okay, you see in the marketing team the status is bit different, right? Planning in progress, ready for review, approved, rejected, on hold, and then this is done. So yeah, this is fine. So if you depends on your team requirements, you can change it or update it, then create an space. So you can see we have two space. So one is a web development and another one is a marketing team. So right now, what you're gonna do if you go to this, so we have created workspace, we have created a space. So we have created one development team space and one marketing space. The next task is basically, so we are going to create folder, then the high level task, subtask, and the nested subtask. So let me create, for example, we have like each particular projects. Okay, in web development, you might have 10 projects, right? So let me create one folder here. Here you can go and you can create a folder and write it, for example, project Atlas. Okay, so this is one project we have. So a space, you can select it here, you can change it later as well. It does it's not like concrete that you have to decide the status here. You can later on you can change as well. So you create one. So okay, I have created one project here. So you might have more than one project normally in the company. So you are working with, for example, web development agency, so they don't like they have definitely more than one company. So every time you have a new project, you can create a new folder. Okay, for example, next project, we can say next project is, for example, Maya. Okay, so two projects. So we have two projects. So one project is Atlas, another is Maya. So every time you have a new project, like web development project, you can create each folder for each project. Okay, so right now, if you go to the folder, then we are going to implement this. Okay, we have, for example, this is a 5-page website development Atlas. So this is Atlas. They want to make a website with us. So we are going to we break it down into, we deconstruct the project, like simplifying the hierarchy. So right now we are going to implement into the ClickUp. So we have phase one, right? This is a high level. So discovery and strategy. So you just copy and you go to here, and then you are going to create list. So list will be our high level. So I'm creating list here. So one list. I'll just expand it. Okay. So now I have to create one more list. So I'm going to create list. So the second list would be what? Content and design, right? Content and design. Create. And the next, I'm going to create another list, that is development. Okay. Great. Okay, so as you can see in the project atlas, the list will be high level. So we have created 3 high level lists. So list is high level. So now we are going to break it down the high level into the task and the subtask level. So here we can see the task. So adding task. So how many tasks we have here in the past? The task we have: conduct client onboarding workshop. Copy and paste it here. Done. Right. So this subtask has multiple, this task has multiple subtasks. So and here you just click plus, you see add a subtask. So you're going to add subtask here. So how many subtasks we have? We have 3 subtasks here. One. I'm just going to test, enter. The next subtask, review competitor website. Just test, enter. And the third subtask is record meetings. Done. So as you can see, here we have created the high level, right? List, high level. In ClickUp, list is a high level. So in the high level, you have a task. So under the task, you have a subtask. Right now, you can assign assign, for example, any team member. You are a project manager, so you need to assign who is going to do what, and this subtask who is going to do what, right? So you're going to assign, and you can set up a due date here, and you can also set up a priority here. For example, this is a high priority, and then here you can see a plus sign. If you click the plus sign, and then if you want the status, okay, I want to see the status. Depends on how you want to see. Like there are so many options in ClickUp or any project management tool. Depends on like what is important for you, like what you want to see in this particular view, you can add it there. So my priority is normally assigning priority as status. Then one more thing you can add, for example, you want to see the time frame, basically the time. So time estimate, here you can add the time estimate. Into the time estimate, you can set up like manually, okay, type in, so you can say 1 hour, for example, 1 hour it will take. So there are so many options like to manage the projects. So I'm not going to explain every single options here you have, because most of them you don't need normally, but depends on your projects or how your agency work. So date is also important. You can add date here as well. So this is how you can see, okay, here you can, okay, the status right now, okay, for example, this is in planning, right? So this is in planning. So you can say, okay, this is also in planning. So you are assigning here. So whenever you assign this project to your team members, then they can, okay, whenever they finish this particular, the task or this particular subtask, and they will say, okay, in progress. Whenever they started, they just change the status, right? So you're going to define the priority as well. Okay, so whenever we are going to click the task level, here there are many options, right? So here you can normally they write a description, for example, conduct client onboarding. So depends on your company, you can write there's some notes here. Normally they write some notes here. So you can add like some custom fields, you can add a checklist, you can add any attachment. For example, client have their PDF and this thing, so you can add up here, and you can put a comment here, please finish this tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, and you can mention your team members here, right? So comment, or you can attach, so you can keep it here like this, or you can, here there are more options. So any documents you need to add, right? So blocking, waiting, lined up. So any particular documents from your Google Drive, Figma link, Canva link, YouTube link, Loom video, you can add it here. So regarding this particular task, if you have to add more informations, you can add it here. So there are so many options. So depends on your requirement, you can add it here. You can you can add a tag here, right? So it depends on, company to company. It's vary company to company, and it's vary from, project manager to project manager. But this is the more fundamental level, how you gonna, the handle the ClickUp or Asana or Trello. So we have added only one, we have deconstructed only one, the high level, like a task level work, we break it down into the subtask, right? So then we have a content and design. So let us do this. So this is a high level content. Then we have here, we have two tasks. So let's, okay, here we have one more task, right? So let's finish this first, then we're gonna do, so here, so here one, so here one task we have added. So right now we are going to add one more task, right? So here you can add a task here, say, right? Or you can add task from here as well. Like there are options to do that. So it's so I'm going to add the task here. Sorry, say, so this is another task we have added. So this task has how many subtasks we have? Okay, two subtasks. So we are going to copy, and we are going to add a subtask here, one. Then we have another subtask here. Okay, done. Okay, so now whenever anyone come and they can see, okay, how many tasks here? two tasks here, and under each task we have a subtask. So it depends on your criteria or your company needs. You can how they want to view this. So it's based on your priority. So you can have a signing, due date, priority status, time estimate, or if you want to add more field here, you can add it here. And every single task or subtask, if you click here, you can add more information, or you can communicate with your team members. You can add a Google Drive link here. You can add a Google Drive link, right? So depends on your criteria or needs. You can customize your view, but the more fundamental things is like the more fundamental thing is how the structure your tool, like structuring the project, like the way I have done so far. So our discovery and a strategy is done. So the next phase is basically the content and design. So let me go through and add task here. So this is a one task, and this task has how many subtasks we have? Three subtasks. Say one more subtask. Say and one more subtask. Okay, so right now I think you guys got the idea, right? So how you gonna, for example, this project atlas, we have three high level like list. This is we call the high level, and this high level break it down into the task level and the subtask level. If this particular subtask has, most like a nested subtask, so you can click the plus sign here. For example, sourcing from Shutterstock, right? So this is a nested subtask. So task, subtask, and the nested subtask. And this nested subtask, you can create more nested subtasks. It could be more nested, nested, nested. So first is basically the high level, then the task level, then the subtask. Then subtask, if you need, you can do like more than 10, 15 nested subtasks. So this is how you can set up your ClickUp for your, if it's a cross-functional team, you need more than one. If it's like if you have three team, like three cross-functional team, development team, design team, and marketing team, for each team you're going to create one space, and then under each space for each project you're going to create one folder, and under each folder you can have like okay, then you can break it down into the high level, task level, subtask level. This is the I think that's it regarding the ClickUp so far, and I'll show you like more details, core practical experience, like real-time projects. I'll show you in our next video regarding the ClickUp. So in that video, you guys can see how we set up the real-time project into the ClickUp. Thank you for watching.